I'll show you we're live.
We are.
Are we here?
I think so. It says it. I mean, why would it not be?
Yeah.
Right on.
We got the little eyeball up there and it says 0, so we're good. That means we're live because no one's watching.
I just got the.
I think I got the notification. Yeah, Travis Howard's live now. Buji Stoners.
Yep.
Well, that's fucking for sure. Sorry, we're a little late.
Yeah.
And sorry, I forgot my visor this week. I couldn't find it. I don't know. I got. I've had a hell of a week, honestly. Since last time, it's been pretty crazy. Started actually really focusing on this diet. Shaved the beard, if you didn't notice. Brought the chops back.
Wait, did you weigh into that? Maybe that
what?
Did that add weight? You cut your beard off?
No,
you're like one of those cheaters. Like, the guys that got cheating at the fishing tournament.
I had oh god, dude. Fuck those dudes, by the way. That was cocksucker move. Honestly, fuck off.
All right.
All for some bucks. It's supposed to be
for background. I gave Mikey an incentive to lose weight.
Yeah, and so he gave me 6 months, and it ends on April 1st. Basically,
50 pounds, $1,000.
50 pounds. He's gonna give me $1,000 if I can do it. If not, I have to walk a 5-mile solid walk with this guy without stopping. Right, which physically, like, he'll probably actually.
Can we do like a sponsor walk? Like instead of having like Sunday Fun Day, let's have Sunday walk day. Everybody.
I'm just saying.
Leave your mini bike at home and go walk.
If I try to do a 5-mile walk without stopping, like 80% chance I'm having a heart attack. So at the weight I am, so I need to really focus on this. But so yeah, I've been. It's been a hectic week, and I lost my visor. So. Like I said, it went somewhere. It fell by the wayside somewhere. I don't know where the fuck.
Which visor? The McDonald's one?
Yeah, the McDonald's one, right? And that's the only one I had for now, right?
You didn't even work at McDonald's.
No, but I got it on eBay.
How did you lose it? You don't even go anywhere.
I don't know. I do go places. It might
were you like at Costco?
Might be a QT. Could be a Costco. Could be.
You should write your name on the visor, like underneath, and then that way, like some dickhead will call you, and be like, "Hey, I found your visor. It was over here on a quick trip."
In case I lose it. All right, so
the only thing I really want to say,
go ahead,
is everything, like always. And the reason I named this the Buji Stoners is because we had this conversation last week or something, and we never got to finish it. So let me give you my issue, and then maybe you can help me with this.
Okay, fair enough.
So you and Daniel and every other
diet, by the way, I switched to diet, which is actually fucking horrible. But go ahead.
We spelled it wrong. Okay. Sorry, neither one of us combined got 9th grade education. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't check Urban Dictionary before.
And actually, no, it's like a slang. I think I did it right. But so all these stoners, you and everybody else I know included, right, have got this thing where you only smoke, weed with purple ball hairs in it, right? And if you don't I remember growing up, there was this mythical, ATF. There was
yes,
weed that you could stick to the wall, right? And it never existed, right? People just talk this shit. We all got the same Mexican weed, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden now, it's like, oh, how about here, this and that, And even, something like you couldn't even give me that weed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's some herb that you couldn't physically give me for free. I wouldn't take it.
So, and I'm okay with being particular or being a connoisseur, right? I know a lot of people, myself to a certain extent, I don't eat choice steak, right? Yeah. I mean, if I have to, I would, maybe in a burrito or something. But if I go to Costco and out of Prime, I just don't eat steak, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, but for me, it kind of transcends my whole life. So it's I'm gonna live a certain way. I'm gonna drive a car that has air conditioning. I'm gonna do this, and this. And then when it comes down to whatever, right? I would, let's say, smoke some decent weed. Okay. But for all the stoners that I know, right, yourself included, is, okay, I'm going to eat my lunch in the fucking gas station. Yeah. And then I'm going to go back for dinner. I'm going to drive this shit that don't have air conditioning or insurance.
That's not the truth, though. That's not every stoner. You're putting us in a
I'm painted with a broad category. Because I know, people say, oh, not everybody that smokes weed is not successful. Whatever. But most successful people don't smoke weed, right? You could reverse engineer it. Whatever. That's another story. Yeah. Right? And I'm not saying one way or the other that smoking weed's bad. What I'm saying is, most stoners are riding fucking skateboards and this kind of shit, eating Cheetos and playing video games. And then all of a sudden it comes down to the weed and it's I'm only smoking this Primo, man. I go over. Daniel drives 19 fucking 100 miles each way, one way to get a joint and a half, maxes out his fucking allotment, and then lunchtime comes and he gets like a chili dog from Dairy Queen, and it's like, what the fuck? So can you help me understand what is it about stoners that are so like?
I don't know. I mean, I can only speak for myself because I don't know how it is for anybody else. But I just, like I said, if it's not a certain quality, I won't even touch it. And here's the thing: is
fuck, I think I just finished a beer from last week.
Wasn't warm.
Yeah, well, everything's kind of cool in here because it's like cold. So but I'm like, here's my beer, and I'm drinking this one. I think I just finished last week's beer. Well,
hey, oh, by the way, to anybody that's like viewing in, can you like just tell your friends to like open up their phones and just leave it on? They even got to listen, just so we get some viewers on there. It really help us out,
Anyway, back to the question. Stop getting sidetracked because you're gonna fuck this up.
No, I'm not gonna fuck this up, but
you don't have an answer.
For me, it's just it's the taste. It's the you put you try to smoke shitty fucking herb and it's harsh. And it really makes you cough something fucking off. It'll burn your fucking throat. It's not enjoyable. I would literally just rather not smoke if it's not up to a certain fucking quality, especially when you're getting the best quality shit in the fucking valley, right?
But that's not my question. My question is, how is it that you guys can be so particular in one area?
Uh-huh.
And the rest of your life is okay, fine.
Yeah.
Chili cheese fucking coney, yeah. It's our anniversary.
That's the delicacy.
All right, we'll get a blizzard.
You're just saying, why aren't we going to fucking Mastro's?
Or just having a set.
We gotta have herbs that equivalents to $60 for an eighth of it. I get you. I just like I said, it's just I don't really think I have an answer. Like I said, I told you how I feel about it, and
it's like skateboard bearings and weed. That's the two things that stoners are concerned with having
quality. You gotta have the best quality bearings because you lose a bearing on the fucking road, and it sucks pushing that board home.
I don't know.
Speaking of a guy who used to skate as transportation and fun for years of his life and take the city bus around town, right? Skateboard bearings, you gotta have the best ones. You lose one of those fucking 8 bearings that you fucking got.
How do you get 8?
There's 2 per wheel.
Oh, because one of these.
Yeah, in or out. Right. Okay, you lose one of those fucking 8, dude. It's like turning up the resistance on the fucking elliptical in number 5. Now you're really pushing that fucking board. I'm telling you, right? Because you're doing tricks and you got a lot of weight landing on those bearings. You've got to have quality fucking bearings, right? So that's your answer for that.
Right. Okay.
The herb thing, it's just like I said, we can eat the gas station pizza and we can have the McDonald's ice cream cone dipped in the fucking chemical chocolate that they got. Here you go. But then at the end of the day, it's like, that's not good enough to smoke, So I don't know. It's just the way it is,
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people will smoke anything. Here's the thing: I'm not addicted to weed. I can go a week without smoking if I don't feel the need to do it. I don't. So some people will literally smoke anything. You give them catnip, they'll be like, "Fuck it, I'm smoking it," Let me smoke it. Remember when everyone was smoking that spice shit,
Oh, yeah.
God, I never touched that shit once. how could you, right? But like I said, there's people out there that I think the fiends of the world, those smoke.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. Because those people, they smoke whatever, put in a light bulb, it's all the same shit, right? All right. So in summary, you don't really have an answer. Maybe reverse engineer it to the other side that it's weed that makes people make all the poor decisions. So having the best weed, because you're so fucking high, that's why everybody's going to eat out of a trash can.
Right?
Yeah. When I smoke,
inhibitions definitely fucking are lowered.
I could eat this microphone.
100%, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
It's actually more an appetite suppressant for me, surprisingly.
How the fuck's that?
I don't know. When I smoke, I really don't get hungry.
Well, you've been around me.
If I stay high, this guy will eat the fucking.
When we had our poker game
earphones,
We had a poker game here. We get the big pizza, and to the point of sickness, I will eat.
Yeah. I'd show up with fucking 2 larges from Costco, and he'd polish off over a large by himself. And it's like, how do you even do that? But
it's terrible.
Only when it's done.
Then that's the problem. It's like when I smoke, all they're gonna fit to do is just go to sleep or eat a whole bunch and then go to sleep.
Yes.
I wish I could smoke. See, smoking is such a better habit than drinking.
Right?
Neither would be the ideal habit. Right? Like going to the gym, people get addicted to that or something.
But at least with the smoke, you're not ingesting poison on purpose into your body.
Fuck you mean? That's still a carcinogen. That's another that you guys get carried away with.
I understand.
Yeah. That's still
no, but you don't have to smoke either, right? You can eat edibles, right? Which naturally is no carcinogens getting in your fucking body.
Okay, so that's a different story.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know, if you went and got some all natural fucking asbestos and smoked the shit, right? You know, people in stoners get carried away with that bullshit. Oh, this is God's healing plan.
This is such a huge argument amongst fucking alcoholics and fucking stoners, right? Because you know, you got these guys, they're ingesting something in their body that starves their brain of fucking oxygen, right? So that's where the drunkenness comes from, right? You're actually starving your brain of oxygen and the rest of your organs, right? But then they like to say, "Oh, but you're fucking carcinogens," right? It's all this argument, right?
Weed's better than alcohol, but the best would be neither. Weed is like a cup of blueberries.
It has healing properties, and it's proven to. And the more research they do, the more they are finding out about that plant.
Maybe it's certain things.
No, I mean, you know, it lowers blood pressure, it lowers blood sugar, reduces stress, reduces inflammation.
I don't know.
100% reduces anxiety. It does. It's proven.
Yeah, I don't dispute that. It does a lot of things. The problem is that's why it's not considered medicine. Medicine is targeted. Weed would be like the shotgun thing, right? So it's like it might make you hungry, it might make you sleepy, and it might solve your cancer issue, but it also might make you this. It might give you a goddamn DUI. Like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like if you take aspirin, it's just kind of going to get rid of your headache, and that's going to be the extent of it, right? So that's the difference, and that's why it's not accepted in the medical community. But I agree, you know, and I think more people should consider it. I know a lot of people personally that couldn't sleep and shit, and I gave them some weed, and all of a sudden, boom, you know, sleeping issues were solved.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this motherfucker here. Daniel, what's happening? Oh God, no. Perfect. What the fuck? I can't believe this guy here. How'd you get there so fast? Daniel went and got Sonoran dogs.
So this is it was what we were talking about, being fucking stone this guy, you know?
Yeah.
She buys crispy trees later, still wants to fucking Sonoran though.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
He's ready to punch the motherfucker.
Careful, there's like 3 or 4 titles over there. You're moving shit around.
Yeah, you need to be quiet, dude. We're in the studio.
Yeah, this is shit. So I don't know. I think this is something we're not gonna be able to solve today, but yeah, I really can't figure out the full extent of why people like Daniel eat out of a goddamn trash can. Look at this motherfucker here. Sure. Bought that fucking hot dog off the side of Arizona Avenue in Guadalupe, right? By some dude that goddamn for sure don't have a medical safety food card.
That drives 18 miles to pay $13 for one fucking joint.
You know, and but comes to weed, this motherfucker's going cross country to get the Primo Premium. You know, so I can't fully understand it. I like that to a certain extent, though. Like, I'm only drinking Ultra. I'm only drinking. If we only had Coors Light tonight, I wouldn't drink.
You mean you're only drinking Ultra? Like, that's quality.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm saying either Ultra or Bud Light.
Oh.
But, like, it was Coors, so I'm a little particular, but it's not like I gotta be like, oh, this is gonna be a certain IPA that was washing the sheep's nuts or something.
You drink Coors, just sitting in front of you.
No, never have. I always. That's another thing about stoners, right? I always have beer. How many stoners? I'm out of weed. I'm out of weed.
I always have her.
Hey man, you.
I always have her.
You're like maybe an anomaly. You're kind of new to it too. You've only been smoking.
I can vouch for Daniel over here too. He always has her.
Fucking beer everywhere.
He's never out.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm prepared, you know. And
I'm prepared.
Stoners.
Out of weed.
Nah, stoners all the time. I ain't got weed. I gotta go get some goddamn weed. That is a classic stoner move.
Well, usually most of the time they're fucking lying.
Maybe that's part of the fun.
Stashing it, right, for later, because they want to smoke their shit when they get home after they get high on your shit.
Right? That's a tough thing.
I mean, that's a lot of people fucking think.
Some Facebook users said, oh my God, the hot dogs are delicious. How do you know what goddamn... He got it from on the side of the road.
Show him that fucking thing.
No,
that thing's got a lot of that.
I'm ready for it. Don't
is
get
that Parmesan cheese or is that Mexican cheese? What is it called?
I don't know.
Not the
it's that white goatee or
the white one is called queso fresco or
what's the American term for what that cheese is?
Well, it's either queso fresco or Oaxaca cheese.
They shred it up like
that's
that?
like a capital, not capital. It's a city or a state in Mexico.
But it's similar to Parmesan, right?
But it's spelled fucked up. It's like
is it similar to Parmesan? Every time I taste it, it tastes like Parmesan, right?
It sounded like that.
So kind of like it's Parmesan's cousin.
Mexican Parmesan.
Let me tell you, the fucking street corn's amazing. You know,
elote is my favorite.
Oh my! Is that what they call it? I just call it the corn.
Yeah, elote's got it.
Okay, elote.
Yeah, see, like I was talking to somebody about that today. I love Mexican food, but as far as fast food goes, that's the last real actual food going. Mm-hmm. If you look at like a carne asada burrito, you get like meat, there's cheese, rice or beans, and a tortilla.
Yes.
Take your sorry ass through a fucking drive-thru. You really don't know what the fuck you're getting other than the price point. You know.
Speaking of that fucking guy that sells that corn, why don't they have actual real fucking chicharrones anymore in the bag? It's always those fucking wagon wheels, right? Those things that are puffed up in the grease, right? And it's like that. Like when I was younger, they used to have the real pig. I mean, the huge pigskins. They were big, just covered in that fucking hot sauce and the lime and that fucking Waco Flacco cheese and whatever the fuck, But they were fucking awesome. Now there's just the wagon wheels. Can someone explain to me what happened to the actual
chicharrones? The fucked up thing with the wagon wheels
go?
is I like the lime and all the stuff, but the problem is you get one that's super soggy, so it's like a soup, and you get one like crunchy.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I prefer the giant fucking chicharrones and what happened to them.
So you actually like or eat pig skins?
Yeah.
See, they got a new synthetic one. It's like called Sofritos or something like that. I like those, like a flour puff, but it's kind of got the texture and consistency of like a pig skin.
Did you know that those pig skins are actually damn near carb free? A lot of people get them when they're doing 0 carb diets as a snack.
I mean, at what point though are you going to go to a diet? Like to me, okay, you give some guy fellatio, and then I'm not doing it. Well, you want to eat pig skin? Like that's your move?
You don't like pig skin?
No.
You don't like chicharrones?
Definitely not prepared like that and bought out of a fucking shopping cart that some dude's pushing down the road with a little bell.
It's fried. It can't be bad. It's not like it has to stay refrigerated. It's fried food.
No,
Once you fry it, it's just, it's preserved forever.
Still, pig skin.
Leave a French fry on the fucking counter and see what happens. That motherfucker never go bad.
You ever seen like a pig?
Yeah.
Like I want to eat like the premium part of it. What the fuck you want to eat the skin for?
What premium part is there a fucking pig?
They're all the belly is good. They're for bacon or something.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fried butter.
Fucking pork belly. Now you're getting into that fucking menudo shit and all that. Is that what that is? Whatever. But it's the lining and the fucking stomach. That's just disgusting. Just give me pozole. Why isn't that an option at the holiday party I go to, right? They always got the fucking big old pot of the fucking menudo, right? But it's like, that's pozole. Fuck the menudo.
See, the thing about it is,
nobody likes tripe.
No, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is like everything else is good enough, and if that stuff tastes amazing or something, it's like, oh, it's an acquired taste. Well, it's like alcohol's an acquired taste, but at least at some point you get fucked up.
Yeah, right.
There is no magical property
you're not getting anything out of tripe. 100%.
And it's going to take a long time to build up through the chewiness and the consistency that's whack and weird,
So I'm actually sourcing out the ingredients to make my own spicy pickled eggs. You remember at Circle K back in the day when we were kids, they had that jar.
You're part of the problem. At the bar?
At the bar too, they have it,
Like, not when I went to the bar, when I was a kid.
100%. And your parents would take you to the bar. They had the same thing at Circle K, right? They would have it next to the pickles. You'd have the pickled eggs and you have the giant jar of pickles. Well, apparently over the years that became unsanitary and we can't stick our fucking hands in there and get our eggs anymore, right?
You used to stick your hand in it?
Well, whatever the fuck, yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes the tongs weren't
like
there.
A community jar of eggs?
It's just, they're pickled. There's fucking preservatives and that shit. You ain't getting sick.
Wait, hold on. So do they cook the eggs first, or have you looked into the
They're hard boiled.
So you hard boil it and then pickle it?
Yes.
Why not just pickle a fucking pickle? Like what happened to just get a
cucumber?
Yeah,
and that's a pickle.
That's what I'm saying.
It's still a cucumber.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a cucumber.
Yeah. Pickled eggs are good. Have you ever had the spicy pickled eggs? Oh my god.
Can you eat your hot dog?
Let me tell you though, don't fucking fart around your old lady after eating the spicy pickled eggs.
Or just even being around her, because that kind of low self-esteem, that could transfer.
How's that low self-esteem? They're good. They're healthy for you.
I mean, that is bottom barrel shit. Pickled egg?
Yeah. You ever had it?
No.
Oh shit, I'm gonna bring someone to actually make mine.
I mean,
I hope they turn out well.
There's like that saying from Tommy Boy where it's like, I'm sure I could get a pretty good look at a T-bone if I stuck my head in a cow's ass. I'll just take the butcher's word for it. It's like that with a pickled egg. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take whoever.
Do you like the pickled sausage, the Tijuana Mama from the gas station?
Fuck no.
Shut the fuck up. That thing's amazing.
Mama.
Yeah. In the red package, sausage. Those are fucking good. Spicy is all fuck, but they're fucking. Hey, let me tell you, you got a sinus infection?
No.
Go get yourself a fucking Tijuana Mama. Eat that pickled sausage. You don't have no more sinus infection.
Go down and get a Tijuana Mama that'll solve the clap, gonorrhea. You can rub it on your balls, it gets rid of herpes.
It can't go bad. It's pickled.
Oh man, see that is.
You've never had a pickled sausage? Have you tried one and just didn't like it, or you never had one?
I get the concept, but
have you had the Tijuana Mama from like the gas station?
but it has like juice in the wrapper.
No, it's just in there. You just open it. It's already soaked. Have you had one?
No.
I'm bringing you one next week. You're gonna try it. Just try a fucking bite. The fuck out of here.
That's like a Spam in a plastic.
I mean, yeah, that's probably processed.
See, I went through my stand. I used to get Slim Jims all the time.
Yeah, they were good. They fucked my stomach up now.
The one day I just fuck around and read the back, and I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's like an hour and a half later, I realized I didn't know what any of those words meant.
Well, yeah, and the sodium content, the saturated fat, the cholesterol, and those is just absolutely horrible. You know, it's just you eat one Slim Jim, and there's your fucking daily intake for everything. Right?
Yeah.
You just fucked yourself completely. So you're gonna start grabbing that hot dog and trying to talk while eating it? You should do that.
No.
I mean, I don't blame you if you do. Go ahead.
No, what's weird about it is, earlier I smoked some of your guys' weed, so I was super high, and I was like,
yeah.
I was gonna eat everything that wasn't bolted down.
Uh-huh.
But now the alcohol is kicking back in.
Okay.
And I just like when I start drinking, I don't eat much.
A little bit of the crossfade come in. Yeah.
I don't know. If I get crossfade, I'll start spinning. But
see, it's you gotta regulate it. You can't just go all out, right? And just be, you gotta have a nice balance of the alcohol and weed, or else yes, one will take over the other and fuck you up.
Oh yeah, no, there's
destroy
nothing
life.
worse than that crossfade.
Like I said, you have to balance that. I mean, I haven't done it in years.
Nothing worse than that bullshit.
I don't know how it is trying to balance that in your fucking 30s. I quit drinking in my 20s. So.
Well, you could work in your 20s too. You quit everything in your 20s.
God damn. Dude, I did retire by like 20.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? How about this?
God, I'm fucking awesome.
If I get rid of my work and my stress and everything else that comes with it, I'll go drinking too.
You could, though.
Could what?
You could get rid of your work and your stress. You get rid of everything. You have the choice to do that.
Well, I mean,
you're free to do
that. But being
that.
homeless is not really like top of my priority.
I mean, you don't have to be homeless. You can just be content with just having less or nothing.
Try to see the hot dog.
Shut up. They can't even see you, so you're not allowed to talk about the fucking hot dog.
Carla said, what's Daniel doing? He never came out after delivering the hot dog.
Oh, he needs to get down to the studio over here.
He's doing blowjobs.
He needs to start working on a fucking...
Hanging out, honestly, he's probably... Daniel and I have been working fucking crazy lately. Nobody probably thought Daniel, and even me to a certain extent, was capable of that. But fucking 12 and 13-hour days add up after a while. Shit.
I'm so hungry.
Daniel's hungry though.
How about 12 and 13-hour days for you? I know this motherfucker ain't
Not
here.
talking about for me.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, but he's doing like...
He rolls in at 3 p.m. and he's out at 6:30. Usually.
No, Daniel's the
Fuck outta here.
other day left at midnight. So, for him, an 8 or 10-hour day, that's like a 18-hour day for anybody else.
Oh shit, Daniel put in 8 hours. God damn, get that motherfucker a medal. So I'm back on the way here. When I stopped at the Quick Trip, thanks for making this podcast possible. But when I stopped at the Quick Trip and I was backing out, I got this little Chevy Sonic I bought. I think I talked about it last week, but for doing the DoorDash and Uber Eats because it gets 32 miles a gallon. Anyway, so I'm backing out. Well, it doesn't have a rear view camera, right? It's a 2013. It's a base model. Like kind of. I think they replace, the Geo Metros and shit, right? So that would be the equivalent, right? Small hatchback from Chevy. But I don't have a rear view camera. And I'm backing out, and this girl that was walking behind the car that, I didn't see, I got tinted windows and no backup camera. So I'm coming back. Well, she's walking, towards where the car is pulling behind. And then she gets mad at me and yells at me. Because she almost got, hit by this car, which wouldn't have done anything to her anyways. But, and it's like, I think people take that for granted. I think people got spoiled thinking like everyone has a backup camera and like, whatever happened to like, hey, you need to watch out for the car, right? When you were a kid, your parents would tell you, watch out for the cars, right? People don't watch out for cars anymore. Like, what's that about? And I really wanted to bring that up because it happened on the way here and it's fresh in my head. But that's not the first time, you know what I mean? Like, why is it people think they can just walk behind a car now and you're just automatically going to fucking stop? Whatever happened to because the car is going to win that fight, right? That's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, right? You brought the knife as the pedestrian and that car is always going to kill you. I don't give a fuck who you are.
There's two things.
Go ahead.
The first is,
okay,
that fucking hot dog sucks.
Really?
Yeah. Daniel, what the fuck?
Is that a Bar S Frank? It's probably used the cheapest
That's the
fucking
problem.
hot dogs. Ugh.
They probably made.
They gotta have all beef.
Yeah,
that one's not done right. I can already tell by looking inside. It's got that pale pink to it. Not a good dog.
All right. So that's the first thing.
Put that shit down.
Yeah. The second thing is I don't know. I feel like that conversation you're trying to have encompasses so much more. That's a civilization problem. Nobody wants to be held accountable for their action. This bitch wants to just cold cut right the fuck across the back of somebody, make everybody alert and blah 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 for themselves, and honestly, that's why there are backup cameras and backup sensors, because car companies got hit to the idea of, hey, if we put this technology there, people will pay for it because there's a use.
Why? But why would you want to risk that
what
as a person?
What they got to lose? That bitch ain't doing it. Well, she's at Quick Treat.
You're gonna get your ankle broken over some bullshit. Because guess what? I ain't stopping. Especially on private property. I'm not getting out. If you failed to see the car and I was already backing the fuck out and I hit you, I don't give a fuck. Now, I'm going to make sure you're not dead, but you're not getting shit from me. Insurance information, license, you can kiss my ass. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the scene. It's gone. It's done. Right?
Wait, you're going to do a hit and run?
No, it's not a hit and run. It's on private property. You should have watched out for the fucking car that was backing out.
It don't work, though.
It does work.
Out?
Yeah, you can. 100%.
Yeah, that's what Martin said.
Fuck out of here.
A guy that ran into the guy who used to work for me, he got a fucking T-bone in a parking lot of a gas station. Both insurance companies came out and said, both of you, basically, they said, you go fuck yourself, is what they told me. And so I talked to the insurance guy, and I said, well, this guy came from here, and he goes, well, your employee should have hit the brakes. And I said, oh, so he has to drive his car too? He goes, yeah. And I said, so if I come down to your office right now and I cock back and slap the fuck out of you, and I say, oh, you didn't duck? That's going to be a you thing? He said, Travis, if you come down here and cock back real slow and swing and I don't duck, yeah, it's a me thing. He's like, but I saw that coming. I should have ducked. I said, fuck, man, he got my ass. And motherfucker,
He did,
he burned me hard.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not condoning what it is, but if it happens on private property, good fucking chances are the motherfucker in the car doesn't get in trouble. You can hit somebody in a vehicle on private property and leave, and it's okay. Like honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that goes
because like I said, if you call the cops out there, first off, they're probably not going to show up because it's private property, right?
Right.
Second thing is, if they do, they're going to say it's private property. No, are you going to admit fault? If I say it wasn't my fault, and you're like, well, it wasn't my fault, well, then it's done. If I don't offer my insurance information, you're fucked. Even if I, T-boned you, you're trying to pull out of his face. You know what I mean?
No, if the police come, they're going to make you give up your insurance.
No, they will not.
Yeah.
They can't. 100% they can't.
Of course they can.
Let's do it. I'm down to do it.
You didn't record my
Let's
shit.
go to fucking Costco parking lot down the street,
right?
And I will rear-end your shit.
You're going
to call the cops, right? Just buy something for me to do it with. Let's test this theory. I'm totally down for this.
Car. It won't even notice it.
Yeah, 100%. That thing's fucked up anyways.
Another 9 more dents.
Yeah.
Wait, would that even make it to Costco? That's a mile and a half.
29-year-old fucking Benz, flat tires.
It's like a classic. I think you get the classic plate going.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs to get cheaper insurance. Wait, I don't think he has insurance.
Oh, Daniel does. He's got white parents.
He ain't got insurance. You got insurance on your car?
He's got white. Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah, no, he's got insurance.
Are you on your parents' insurance?
Yeah.
That's why.
That's what I said. Yeah, no. Because, that's the other thing is, this is where I fucked up growing up poor and shit. I had broke parents. My insurance was like $180.
Oh, because you were never put on their insurance as a kid?
No.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, when I had that TRX,
bullshit.
I literally called the insurance lady back.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Monique, this is only $59 a month. She's like, yeah. I said, I want all full coverage. Like, I want if somebody hits me. She's like, it's on there. I'm like, you realize this is a $106,000 car is what it was, that time. That was the replacement value. That wasn't like that was if you wanted to buy one at a time, that's what it cost, $100,000. And yeah, she's like $59.
I only got 1 month of insurance onto that car just to get approved on the apps that I drive for because they don't really check the
What the fuck do you go? Don't you gotta buy it 6 months at a time?
No, the general. I did the down payment. I only need liability, so I don't give a fuck who the company is. So I made the down payment of $67. The first payment was $90, and they tried to take that out on November 25th, but I don't keep money in my bank, so they couldn't. So the insurance lapsed. In the story, we're done. Thanks for the 6-month proof and the card that I keep in my car. So now I have proof of insurance for the next 6 months for the cost of $67.
No, they're going to suspend your plate.
I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I've only had those. I think I've only had 2 plates suspended.
Really?
I've been at this game a long time.
See, what I used to do was I would buy insurance for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have it for 30 days. I'd cancel it.
Mm-hmm.
It would take them 15 to 20 days to mail the DMV. Okay, I'm 20 days into month 2.
Okay.
The DMV would send me a letter and say, if you don't prove insurance within 15 days, we're going to cancel your plate.
Yeah.
Right? So long story short, I would pay for the first month, and the next 35, 40 days, I'd be off the hook. And I didn't drink at the time, right? So I wasn't worried about like a DUI or whatever.
Okay.
So basically, by 1 month, you get the next, 35, 40 days. And then by the time I get another policy kicked in, and the worst case was the DMV would make you pay $50 to get your plate reinstated. Right? Well, if you drove around and didn't get caught for 4 or 5 fucking months, I'm gladly paying that $50 to get the plate back.
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, because now you're talking about $10 a month. So big difference.
So here's the thing: I've been pulled over at what I do, with the no insurance thing, and I've never once received a no insurance ticket. I mean, here's the thing: respect and stupid will get you a long way with the police officers. It really will. So a cop walks up, right? They're already scared when they leave the house that they're not coming back home to their family. They do a very dangerous job, and it's very fucked up that they get paid such little money for what they do, right? So I get pulled over, right? Automatically, I'm going to tell you right here. Window all the way down. Hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel.
This is that white privilege shit.
Listen,
you're part of the problem.
Get the fuck out. Let me tell a fucking story about how I get pulled over a lot because I'm usually out at weird hours at night and shit, doing weird shit, right? But dead sober, so I'm allowed to be out at night doing weird shit.
Smoking weed.
Anyways, 10 and 2, window all the way down. Officer walks up. Hey, how you doing? They already know with the 10 and 2, they already know that there's a gun in the car, right? So they already say, hey, got a weapon in the car? And I tell them, yeah, it's in the door panel. My pistol. Okay, don't make any sudden moves. No problem, sir, right? So now we're off to a very friendly, nice start. Got my hands on the wheel. He goes, hey, blah, 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 blah. License and registration. I can reach for the glove box slowly. I can provide, or even on your phone, because everything's digital these days, show them my fucking proof of insurance, driver's license, everything, whatever, right? Oh, I've had them run it. Hey, Mr. Thomas, your car insurance actually states that, it had lapsed, a couple months back, blah, blah, blah. I said, damn near impossible. There's no way, Tell them the whole story. My wife pays that insurance. It comes directly.
Somebody like me that doesn't work
does
not have missed payments. I am the last mother. I am appalled.
Listen,
I was thinking your supervisor.
Hey, like I said, respect and stupid gets you a long way with those guys, and it's mainly the respect thing, right? They walk up and you want to crack your fucking window and say, "I have my fucking 8th Amendment right to," like I'm saying.
This goes back to the shit we were talking about earlier.
I'm just saying.
Okay, how much?
It gets you a long fucking way.
All right.
Right now they're trying to charge me $90 a month because I had for liability because I had a little mishap. And that's stupid because my driving record, my whole life.
You didn't have a mishap. You smoked a fucking parked car.
I did
on the freeway.
Yeah, I mean, I was only doing 80.
Asleep.
I wasn't asleep.
Then what the fuck were you doing? You smoked a parked car.
It was raining that night. I might have.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a little traction control issue in the rental car through Hertz, which I'm currently disputing, but that's another topic for another day.
It was a mechanical failure.
I think it was the actual the braking assist failed in the Sentra that they add onto these things and try to make these robot fucking cars. That failed.
During COVID.
The automatic braking failed.
Yeah, during COVID, when we were all getting all this SBA economic stimulus bullshit, my mom calls me. It's like, you would have qualified for this unemployment, and you could get this. I said, by the time I send a fucking line in DES and fill out that, I could get 6 more jobs. So it's like, how is it possible that what?
6 viewers.
Well, I know we're famous. Now it's 3.
Oh shit! Now she had to jinx it.
But I was like, by the time I stand in line doing stuff, I could already had a job and.
Everything's online. You don't have to go anywhere for that anymore.
Whatever.
You don't have to stand with those DLS lines no more. Honestly, if you work,
the extent you're going through
all the paperwork
fuck over the insurance company. Jessica put you on the family plan. Or
You just say
whatever.
Jessica.
Jessica. I said Jessica could put you on the family
alright.
plan. Like $20 a month.
She refuses to on these cars that I buy.
You don't
First
have
off,
to
she doesn't want to be liable for what I do, right? She knows if I'm in my truck, right? That she pays the insurance on the truck
Right.
because she bought me. Oh, it's her truck. It's in her name, so technically, right? If she wants insurance, she's got to pay for it. It's her truck, God damn it, right? I love my wife so much. She works so fucking hard to literally support me and the fucking children that aren't biologically ours. But anyways, she's a fucking angel. But so she already does too much. So she's not paying the insurance because here's what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna give her the first down payment, right? And then the first month comes, she's like, "Hey, Mike, you owe me, $42 for your liability on your Chevy Sonic." Well, I'll get it to you later, right?
Yeah,
And then, right, so now we're at month fucking 3. I owe her $128, right? And so then I got to do like 18-foot lotion rubs to work off the debt, right? And so it's just something she doesn't want to deal with.
Yeah, y'all fucked up.
Yeah, she already fucking does way too much. So I can't do the family plan with Geico, who's what I'm currently on with the truck, right?
Geico sucks, by the way.
I mean, they're actually really cheap. We got full coverage on both the Geicos that we got. It's actually pretty fucking cheap.
We got Country and Joey. The guy used to work for me, Joey.
Okay, yeah, I know Joey.
Yeah.
You gotta act like I don't know Joey.
Well,
He's probably watching. Hi, Joey. I hope he's watching. Love that guy.
But anyway, so Joey crashed a truck in a parking lot for no good reason.
Yeah.
Frank with Chandler Plumbing.
He was probably on mushrooms.
Motherfucker sold them to him. Frank with Chandler Plumbing, who's also probably on here, he pulled out and smoked the fucking car on the goddamn McQueen Road, totaled the car, fucking ruined the brand new truck. We had just got the bitch. Right?
Oh, that Chevy? The Chandler Plumbing truck?
Oh, right away.
It's already wrecked? I never heard that fucking one.
I was probably didn't want to talk about it.
No, probably not. You were probably fucking pissed. It was brand new?
It wasn't much old if it wasn't.
God damn, that's a nice truck.
But anyway, yeah, it was a 2020 Chevy, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, my point is, so that happened. And I call my insurance agent, I go, "Are you going to cancel this? Monique?" And she goes, "Why would we cancel you?" I said, "Because fuck, we did this." She goes, "No, we're not." They never canceled us, never raised our rates. They paid out $50,000 on the fucking car that Frank wrecked. They paid out $20,000+ on the truck that Frank was driving. So they lost $70,000 there. And then Joey fucked a bunch of shit up over here, wadded up 2 cars in the parking lot. They paid out like another $5,000. So this insurance company was out of pocket $80,000.
Fuck, I wish I would have got that kind of money when I ran over that fucking Prius. They were trying to tell me your truck's not even fucked up. My rim was scratched.
Oh man, insurance.
I was trying to get the money. They're the worst. I should have called Lerner Row from the start on that one.
Yeah, you could get fucked up real easy in that. I remember one time.
My neck hurt. I mean, I ran over a whole fucking car.
Dude, when I got my my Honda Civic, when that dude clipped me, right? And so he hit me on the 101, and I spun backwards, and the car shut off. And I had to rip the e-brake so the car would spin back around. And as I was spinning, his car was flipping down the freeway, right? It was a bad accident. Everybody was fine. I ripped my leg open, but it was a scab I had on my leg from a mountain bike.
Okay.
So the insurance company came around and I said, "Listen, I'm just trying to be reasonable about this. I had this leg thing." I said, "That was already going on. It was just, I said, all I want to do, just pay for my car." I said, "I'm telling you right now, be honest, blah, blah, blah." They tortured me.
100%. You should have got the fucking leg. The insurance company's a fucking dumb.
I said, because the car was a total loss. So I said, "Hey, can you guys give me a new one?" He pulled up a red one. I said, "I specifically bought this car because it was white. It was a work car, Like, nobody wants to pull up to anywhere in a fucking maroon anything. There's a definite difference between a maroon and a white one." I said, I had tinted windows, and that's why I bought it, and I had new tires. Yeah, we're talking about a $6,000 car. So we're talking about tinted windows, new tires, and white. I mean, that's, $2,100 in value. You're talking about 40% of the value of the car is tied up in those 3 things. This dickhead's got me on something with bulb tires, blah, 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 and it's in New Mexico. And he goes, "Well, you can go over and pick it up." I said, "It's at a dealer. I had to pay sales tax." You can negotiate with them. I should have went to Lerner and fucking Road.
100%.
And the Eagle.
Yeah.
And the Wolf Fox and Log Tiger.
You need them all, honestly, on your
fuck
side.
your insurance.
Free
companies.
on your side. Do they still do that?
Only if I think Gary Harper, like, you get ripped off by a contractor.
We need to get on there and sell mini bikes.
Shut the fuck up, Daniel.
Yeah, maybe run a Super Bowl commercial or something.
What
Talk
is-
to the
what
marketing
is that?
department.
Is that Debbie's?
Yeah.
Is it?
Talk to the guy that does the Bud Light commercials. They make good ones.
Dude, is that the Oregon
If
trash?
we
or is
can
that
get some
Debbie's?
Budweiser frogs on a mini bike
Oh, fuck me.
and with like, like ribbit or something, whatever they used to do. But no, I don't
Here,
know.
you
I
need
quit.
to eat your hot
Fuck
dog.
you. I'll eat that bottle there better before the fucking hot dog shit.
You see the fucking.
What strain is that?
I'm not sure.
You're
Yeah,
not
nobody knows anymore. All you
Is
fucking,
it wedding cake or MK9?
all you fucking tweakers, oh, that's sativa. No, it's just indica. That
There's
shit.
a difference.
No, there's not.
Shut the fuck up.
No, there's
Yes,
not.
there is.
No.
I got smoked sativa. Put me in straight up panic attack.
But
Can't have it. Nice. That's pretty dope. Pretty excited.
At any rate, Daniel, you're a fucking crackhead. You'd smoke that shit out of a light bulb. You should just start dabbing. Why not dab?
I think it does do that too.
For as much as you
I
smoke,
don't even taste as much.
as much
that
as you
dab
smoke,
shit is like, who can even do that?
it's like tweaker shit.
Dude, like,
Have you seen a thing? Well, I'm sure you have. Okay, I got this
a
rig.
rig. It's a fucking, that's fucking.
No, rig. What a nice way to call it.
All
Tweaker
they did-
contraption.
All they did was take all the meth bongs that people hadn't bought and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you can use this for that wax shit.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they
you
started
can.
selling them.
Yeah, if there's one thing you can do,
All they did was renamed it and fucking remarketed it to a different group of fucking people with a different product.
Oh, man.
And it went
No.
off the fucking. I like the flower.
Dude.
I'm not fucking with any of that. Other,
Nah.
Even the cartridges.
Oh,
man.
yeah, and it's like.
The wax
these motherfuckers-
cards. Like, fuck all that. Just give me some fucking. Give me. I'm gonna roll a blunt, or I'm gonna roll a joint, or I'm gonna hit the bong in the store.
And they're higher than giraffe balls. You know,
100%. And they're veteran smokers. These motherfuckers have been smoking every day for years. They take a hit and they're like, what name is the time? And you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
much. Too
No,
much.
that is tweaker
Nobody
shit.
needs to be that fucking high.
Because like the whole thing with weed, right? It's like it's from Mother Earth and it's the purest thing and blah blah blah. Dude, you get a fucking light bulb and start smoking this shit, and you gotta have a fuck you. You're a tweaker. Tweaker shit.
You gotta have a fucking torch.
They should sell them
Right.
torches with a shopping cart. You know?
You know, I grew up seeing torches laying around rooms, but it wasn't because people were smoking wax, right?
Yeah.
And so that just already brings back bad memories, right? So
But
you see that, right? And it's already a negative thought in my head when I see it. I already get into a bad spot, right? So to have a torch at my house and even try to do that, it wouldn't bring in any good vibes for me because of the way I grew up was different than the way
you
a lot
know
of
what's
people
fucked up, and you're gonna hate this.
What?
I love tweakers. I
Fuck
think
you.
they are the
I hate
world. No, but seriously, okay. I think they're like the world's best people because they're so harmless,
They're
typically.
harmless, my
Yeah.
ass.
So here's the thing: you're never gonna go get your ass kicked by a tweaker.
Absolutely not.
Right? They're gonna wait for you to go to sleep, and they're gonna rob your ass blind. They're gonna steal some shit that didn't help them. But it's like they're gonna break your window.
They're
in
the
an
biggest-
effort to
they're
steal
the-
a quarter off the
They're the
seat.
biggest pieces of shit to walk.
No, they're
the face of the
badass
earth.
stuff.
I'd rather hang out with a fucking heroin junkie than a fucking tweaker.
Well, 'cause
I'd rather
they're
hang out.
consistent,
Yeah,
But tweakers, when you see this motherfucker, there's a saying, right? Is that, necessity is the mother of all innovation. And when you see this motherfucker going down the road and he's got a bicycle, he's pedaling with a bicycle here, and he's towing a bicycle, and he's pushing a shopping cart, and this motherfucker was just going, and the most goddamn determined, and you know what? I know how the Egyptians did it. The Egyptians built the pyramids
on that.
they were tweakers. Those motherfuckers, they had one dude smoking weed. He made the blocks, right? The pothead or the alcoholic, okay, we're going to make this 6 by 6. Tweakers didn't give a fuck. They rolled it up there, But that was the thing is that the Egyptians are, they had to.
Yeah.
But tweakers a badass fucking creature.
No.
I mean,
No,
these
no, they're
motherfuckers.
not.
Oh,
They
and-
fucking hide in the shadows.
yeah.
They're scared of their own fucking shadow because they think it's another
Dude,
fucking person.
Them
or
motherfuckers are
entity.
scared of the dentist.
God,
That's the
fuck.
only thing they're super scared. Them motherfuckers, dude, go down the road, one tooth. Fuck, I just eat yogurt. That shit must be good. Meth must be the best. If beer made me lose my teeth, I'm quitting them.
I never tried it. Never wanted to because family
Daniel?
history. Never
Have you
wanted
ever
to get
done
into
meth?
that mess shit.
No.
He never did that
I know he did. He's way too fucking unproductive. If he even, shit, you can tell right away by looking at that motherfucker. You never let Tweaker. He
doesn't get shit done. Or
Nah.
not organized in the
Tweaker will at least fix something until it's broken. Daniel just don't do nothing.
The problem with the fucking tweakers is they take shit that's fucking working and they break it.
As I said, they fix it all.
And it's just fucking aggravating.
You come in with, hey, what you doing there, Tweaker? Oh, I made a detachable face VCR. What the fuck? Who was gonna steal your VCR? They got it bolted in and shit.
100%, right? It's just, God. I hate it. I think I hate it because of my family history is why I really just, I'm so biased. I just fucking can't.
Nah, but you're not open-minded.
When they come up to me at any fucking gas station and even say to me,
no, I love them.
Can I get a fucking fuck you, right? Now,
no, but they're never like,
listen,
it's never no regular shit with tweakers.
I'll give some homeless motherfucker that's not all spun the fuck out money. Buy him cigarettes, get him a hot. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm a giving person. When I have it, I'll fucking give it. Most of the time I don't have it though, right? So I can't give it. But when I do have the little I have, I'm willing to share it, okay? So, but I won't do that with a tweaker. You come up to me fucking spun and ask me what fucking time it is, I'm going to cover my watch, tell you to get fucked. I hate them. No, I hate them with a fuck. I wish I could bag them all up, tie them to a rocket, send them to another fucking planet, and never have to see another one again.
They're so bad.
They're aggravating.
The thing about it is, right, tweakers never come with no regular shit, right? Like a heroin junkie or whatever, or a homeless person, they'll come with, hey, man, you got any change? Tweaker's going to hit you with like, hey, man, you got any air? No. Well, can you give me a quarter, get some air? No. How about help me push his bike? I got a spooky tooth out there. I just got it going yesterday. And I can't quite get it push started because it's got a weed eater motor. And I need to get going. And you're like, no. Well, can you give me a ride then, man? Because, right now I'm just trying to get right over here. I got a job starts tomorrow. No. Tweakers. You gotta love the diligence, the honesty, and the straight up integrity. The integrity of the fucking tweaker is just an amazing thing.
All they would
God damn it, we got more people showing up.
Because all they would have to do is literally put half the fucking effort they do into building their stupid fucking trailer towed by the horse down the street into actual work, and they'd fucking be fine, right? The problem is the fucking drug fucks up their brain to the actual point where they can't fucking consciously do shit.
No, but that's the best part, right? And they think they are. I was telling
Carla, they think that they're the most organized motherfuckers.
I told Carla this the other day, right? So I had some tweakers at my house when I grew up. Well, we were all surrounded by tweakers, right? But they were super enterprising. So what they did was they had a fucking yard sale, right? But they couldn't make enough money during the day. So they fucking put floodlights. They had a 24-hour yard sale, right? 24 hours a day, you can walk in this tweaker. This motherfucker's in a tent in the front yard. Come on, hey, how can I help? God. And so you gotta love them for that kind of shit.
I love my fucking dad. He was rebuilding a Chevy C10 for me one time, and the neighbors are complaining about all the lights out there. I'm working on rebuilding this motor in the middle of the fucking night. So my dad fucking, he fucking tells this fucking guy, hey, go get me a fucking tent from Walmart. You need a big ass fucking tent, right? The biggest one you can fucking boost, right? Because there's 40 cents on the dollar. Whatever guy would fucking steal, whatever retail was, my dad paid 40%, right? And then you can fucking trade drugs for it. So it wasn't even cash money.
He
right?
stole a tent?
So the guy stole.
I can see you stealing bubble gum. A goddamn tent. You can put that in your pocket.
He used to send this guy to fucking easy spots for like some heavy shit just to see if he could do it, right? It's a game day, man. My dad had the fucking.
I need some mortar.
My dad
had to still be a 60-pound bag of concrete.
My dad had the jokes like me. The issue was he was a fucking tweaker, right? So he used to fuck with the tweakers, right? It's hilarious. But so they get bring back this fucking tent, and so I come home from delivering pizza one night. It's fucking 11. I was hanging out with my lady afterwards. It's probably after midnight, right? So I come home to this fucking 4-room fucking tent around the whole front end of this 1966 Chevy C10. Inline 6. He's rebuilding the motor underneath the tent with lights, right? So all you see is this giant glowing orb, and you're like, what is that, right? And my dad's yelling at the guy, don't get that lamp too close to the tent. You put a hole in it, and then the light's going to go out, And it was just like fucking nonsense. I'm like, my dad, what the fuck you doing? Well, they're complaining about the lights. I said, how about just rebuild the fucking engine during the day, Dad?
Oh,
right? They came up with this whole fucking contraption so they could rebuild the engine under a fucking tent with fucking lights.
Yeah, no, that's some tweaker shit. I remember my brother's dad, right? So I never had a dad growing up, but my brother's dad I remember one time I was like, I lost a tooth. It was like in June, right? And I was like, hey, Dad, I got a tooth, blah, blah, blah. He's all tooth fairy shit, tooth fairy's coming. I'm like, how's the tooth fairy gonna find the house? He's like, oh, we turn the Christmas lights on.
Shut up.
These motherfuckers all year long. That was the security lights for the Christmas lights. So, you thought someone was going to break in or some shit, like you turn the Christmas lights on, And so, fucking, stop. Like, as if I need, goddamn.
I maybe thought you changed your mind this fucking time. I don't fucking know.
Shit. But yeah, no, tweakers, man, the baddest motherfuckers going. Like I said, the motherfuckers get you when you're not looking. That's the problem. They're never going to fight you face to face. I did kind of halfway get my ass kicked one night by a tweaker. But
really?
Yeah, at Metro Sports Bar.
We need to go into this for 5 minutes.
Oh man,
I'm pretty sure I've heard the story from a friend of ours, but let me hear it from you.
Oh, so I was always fucking with this dude because he was a tweaker, right? So I'm drinking, I'm all fucked up.
Is this the Arbor guy?
No, that's a different guy. Yeah, and he was a tweaker.
That's for another day.
Yeah.
We need to bring that up.
No, so this motherfucker got me, right? This is actually a pretty good story. So here's what happened, right? So he's playing music, and this is during the Great Recession and shit. Motherfuckers, nobody had a lot of money. So he's got every bit of his $6 locked up in the jukebox. So I distract him on that side. I come around the other side. I'm playing Britney Spears or some shit, right? So I use all his credits. So this motherfucker is mad. So security kicks him out because I was friends with security and stuff. So fuck that tweaker, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So we're drinking hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it was later, come out. Here's that fucking tweaker waiting for me, right?
Was he outside the whole fucking time?
Just waiting. He was a little guy.
Brewing, huh?
Just a little, he was a short guy. I'm not like a big guy, right? So I'm wearing flip-flops, right?
Oh, yeah, this was the flip-flop
Yep. So I'm wearing flip-flops, right? And so I told the bouncer, his name was 8 Ball. I said, 8 Ball, you better get your boy. I'm going to fuck him up. He goes, that ain't my boy. Blah, 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 blah. I go, all right, I'm going to get his ass. So I walk out, you guys all.
How drunk were you for a
fucking lit?
Hammered, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're fucking. You're the Hulk at this point. You're fucking wasted.
But I'm big.
You got the liquid courage in you.
No, but I'm bigger. Everything.
Well, of course, right? He's not gonna fuck you up, right?
So we had this kind of like going thing, like slamming people. That was like the ultimate move. Rather than kicking someone's ass, if you
pick them up, fucking put them on their ass, right? Yeah.
So I do the most, and nothing against gay people, but the homosexual thing, right? I flip my sandals off. Right? That's my first move because I'm not fighting in flip flops. You
kicked them off?
Dude, kick them off, right? So I go over and this dude's coming at me, right? And we're on the asphalt, and he comes over.
If you've never been to Metro Sports Bar, by the way, this asphalt isn't nice. It's not in a very good
we're like this is a step above gravel, right? So he comes over and and I fucking hit this motherfucker so hard, right? He stutters. But because he's a tweaker, they're like invincible.
They're super energized.
He's like a Terminator.
Oh, it's tough to kill this
I hit
motherfucker.
this fucking dude so hard, and he's going backwards, but he doesn't like die, which was I envisioned. I hit this motherfucker so hard, right?
Like he's out cold for sure, right?
And so I yabba dabba dude it, right? Flintstones out. I was in such a hurry to get him. I ripped the sole off the bottom of both of my feet. So all the skin on both my feet just peeled back, right?
Oh.
And I didn't even realize it, but if you've ever had raw skin, it's super sensitive. And so I get to the tweaker, and I grab him and doing the dunk. I'm going to pick him up.
Slam him?
Oh, like
you're getting
WWF.
Here it comes.
I picked this fucking tweaker up, and just collapsed. That raw skin was on the thing. It hurt so bad. I just collapsed, and the tweaker's on top of me. So he gets up and pulls my shirt over my head and hockey moves me. He just fucking my ass up, right? He's just getting my ass, and I got my shirt over my head. Then he fucking, right?
He beat your ass.
Oh, fuck me up, right? And
you got one hit. This dude came in with 9 uppercuts.
Oh, he just fucking working me, And all I can do is basically cry because my feet are fucking. Oh, yeah. So we back up, and then my buddies at that point were nice enough to break it up, after they. So
after you got fucked up.
I'm so mad, I was going to hit him with my truck, right? We get in the truck.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, I couldn't even drive it. Just using my toes. And I
must have been drinking whiskey that night.
I had a clutch,
Yeah.
So I looked
S10,
over,
right?
and I'm
Was
so
that the S10?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
so mad. The tweaker wrapped his shirt around his head. He's in the middle of the road, like dancing. This motherfucker was doing like a celebratory "I kicked your ass" fucking war dance.
Shut the fuck
Just
up.
happy as shit. He won the lottery. You know?
Brian is
Yeah.
the first motherfucker you beat up in a long ass time, right?
Shit. At any rate, he was like, 48-1 or whatever. That was the one part of it. He motherfucked me up. So anyway, yeah. Fuck.
I love it.
But I
I love
like
it.
tweakers.
That shit doesn't get old right there.
Yeah.
That's just fucking comedy.
But no,
right?
tweakers always doing some badass shit, And so I like tweakers for that reason. They're comical. They're nice people. They're just people that kind of got addicted to meth, and
No, they're really not. At that point, they're so fucking far gone. It's it really just. Oh, I just can't even explain how much it gets under my fucking skin. I'm getting pissed off thinking about it.
Dude.
I'm starting to get fucking angry. I'm about to have some rage.
Yeah.
They're fucking horrible.
That one hockey move, this motherfucker hit me with the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Maybe go over there and fight a tweaker, and then when you see, then you realize they're pretty harmless,
Someone fucks you up outside sports. But when Travis says he was tanked, right?
So you
Don't
can
let
see
him
what I'm
fool you.
saying,
This
right?
motherfucker was tanked, right? So this,
No.
you weren't that fucked up?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
drove
were
home
fucked
from
up.
North Phoenix to Chandler.
What does that say?
Had to stop at Walgreens to get some
Bro.
bandages, and I went to work the next day. That was the bullshit part of it.
I mean, I've seen you drive some fucking distances on tanks, so I mean, that's not saying shit. Just because you drove from North Phoenix to Chandler doesn't mean you weren't fucked up.
Oh,
You
man.
were lucky to get to Chandler.
See, I got smart by drinking closer. We used to drink over there all the time. I remember falling asleep in drive-thrus and shit.
Yeah, well, you were always. That's why most of the time you were living on fucking Aaron's house, because you would just get so smashed, and he was half a mile from fucking.
But the worst part is he was such a bad driver. Aaron didn't drink, still doesn't drink. I wouldn't let him drink. I'd be so fucked up. We'd be pulling over so I could throw up.
Uh-huh.
But I'm driving. He gonna fuck something up. Guaranteed he was gonna fuck something up. He wasn't driving my shit. I didn't even have insurance.
He said,
I'm throwing up out the window, and he's going, "Come on, man."
he's had a reputation for a couple nicks, over the years.
But the nice thing about him being sober is when I'm crashing out in the drive-thru, he can wake me up.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Let you know when it's your turn to order tacos.
Oh, what a mess, dude.
Fucking
Yeah,
hey, Jack in the Box tacos.
yeah, so I don't know. I think you're a little harder on the tweaker population than you should be.
Like,
They're
why?
not really that bad.
Do they really deserve any sympathy from me or anybody else?
I mean, not
don't think
sympathy.
so.
I think they deserve kind of
listen.
a round of applause.
No, I went sober. You ain't getting sympathy from me, 100%.
That's different.
If I could do it as fucked up as I was, you can do it. So don't give me that bullshit.
You act like it's a good thing. No, being sober sucks. That is bullshit. You ought to fucking try to drink.
Yeah, we should just.
I bet you if you drank, you'd have car insurance.
I should try meth. That'd probably be a lot more productive.
You wouldn't even have to have car insurance. You just have shopping cart insurance.
Oh yeah, fuck it. That meth shit's got to be good though, because they do sell the whole fucking.
They
life
give up everything
for family. They burn everything.
Open sores.
Oh my god.
1.5 fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the shit.
Yeah, I kind of always wanted to try it just to see, because these motherfuckers really like.
You have to be addicted to mashed potatoes, because that's all the motherfuckers could eat.
Yeah, I don't understand it. They'll lose their entire fucking mouth to this shit.
Yeah.
Just blackened out everything, right? They'll sell their fucking.
Maybe okay.
kids
So
for
next
fucking
week,
head.
let's do it. Next week we're gonna try math. That'd be the coolest. We're just sitting there. Christian's got the rig. He got the rig. We just instead of doing dab, we do
Yeah,
math.
I mean it's the same as that drink. Yeah,
And
so
fuck,
might as well.
we just get Daniel could rig up a battery and we can make our own. All you need is like battery acid and like some other shit. Sudafed. Carla can steal that from work.
I don't even think I think they changed the makeup, the composition of that, so you can't pull it out anymore, the ephedra that you need. But we're gonna get the red phosphorus.
I tell you one thing, it's not expensive. These motherfuckers got $8 to get high for a month and a half.
Because I don't ever see flares anymore. Like that was the thing when I was a kid, right? Me and my dad used to go for walks, and
where you want my hot dog?
we'd find car accidents, and he'd pick up the flare caps, because the striker on the actual flare cap is the red phosphorus that
No
you would
way.
need, to cook this shit up or whatever the case. So
Did he make it?
he'd pay me per flare cap that I'd find. And well, back in the day, there's flares everywhere. They'd leave the caps, there'd be a car wreck, flares. You don't see flares anymore, right? Like, when's the last time we saw a flare in a car wreck?
Ever since they invented the fucking LED, yeah, they don't need flares.
Right? They don't need fucking flares.
Yeah,
Right?
the
These
cops
LEDs
are
are brighter than the fucking any fucking
All right,
flare.
but
could
to
ever
circle
be.
back on something. Earlier we talked about the Egyptians and shit, and the tweakers, because I do think that the Egyptians were on math that only they make sense, right? Not the stonemasons, but the people that moved the blocks. That could have been a tweaker. Very easy. One shopping cart, one tweaker, built the pyramid, right? Here's the point of contention I have. Carla and I, when we were in Cozumel, we were there, and you could see what the Mayans did.
Is it Cosmo?
Cozumel, yeah, Mexico.
Cosmo. Oh, okay, gotcha.
The fucking Mexicans did as much or more than the Egyptians, and nobody gives them credit.
Right?
Like, how the Egyptians do it? Oh, I don't know. How the Mexicans do it? Oh, of course they did it. You're surprised they didn't have a stucco the same
Yeah,
way.
it's fuck. They
Dude, what the
They
fuck?
put up a roof in 30
That
fucking
shit-
seconds.
Dude, you know,
They
it's
don't
like,
fuck around.
the Mayans get no credit. They did as much and cooler shit than the Egyptians. And they're just like, well, of course they did it. You know? But like with the fucking Egyptians, it's like, oh, I don't know, they had alien help or obviously
Wait,
meth.
so were the Mayans Mexicans?
No, there was no such
Oh.
thing as a Mexican. There were Mayans, and then the
Oh.
Spanish came and just raped all the women and killed the men. And the Mayans were such peaceful people, so the Spaniards were able just to push all the way through, and that was that.
See, I didn't know that. I was never one for history class, so
I wasn't
just
either. We
flipped
were
through
in
that shit.
Cozumel, and we're walking down
Oh.
the road drunk, and this dude who said he was a tour guide stopped
Gave you
us.
gave you this lesson that you're repeating to me.
I'm telling you verbatim what he
So
said.
it was worth the fucking money you paid him for the tour guide.
Well, the worst part, we
Was it
weren't
free?
we weren't on a tour.
Oh.
We were walking down the road, and this dude just hit us up. He was like, "Oh yeah, look at that, blah 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 blah." And you know,
he just
told
started
us,
telling you stuff. You didn't have to give him money.
at the end, he's like, "And if you like your tour," and I'm like, "What tour, motherfucker? We were just kidding."
How much you give him?
Like $10 US or whatever. It was worth it, you know.
Hey, that's cool. I mean, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, $10.
So
I'll follow
anyway,
back
I want to
to
do it with that shit was true. You know what he said. I mean, it sounded legit. But yeah, I think that the Mayans are pretty badass. They got no credit, and they had no meth. Meth is actually invented in Egypt. I learned that when I was in Israel. They told me that all them fucking Muslims were tweakers.
Oh, it didn't come around to Hitler, I think. World War.
Well, we're over time, and I don't want to have to pay for a full subscription. So
What do you mean overtime?
we're over time.
We don't only get an hour. Get the fuck out of here.
What in the world in for a good time?
I think your lady's having a conversation on our fucking live feed over here
I
with
don't
her
know.
friend. She turned it into her podcast
That's-
on the
that's-
side. She
that's-
got a little side comment
That's
section.
our only viewers. And now for her,
Yeah, hey,
she's
I
like
ain't knocking
Flavor Flav, the hype
I
thing.
ain't knocking it. That's just gangster.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did this. I feel like this was a really fun time.
Yeah, we gotta go. Anybody this weekend? We're going to be out to whatever it's called, State Farm Stadium, where Cardinals play, and Kudamoto Works. We're gonna be there.
What are you going out there for?
Just do this, hang out, and we're
I
sneaking
know,
out a
but
bunch
what
of
are you
beer.
doing? Are you walking around? Do you have a space?
We got a booth. We kicking it.
Oh, you got a booth.
Yeah, so people come out and say hi.
Sweet.
Yeah,
What are you guys gonna have at the booth?
beer that we're sneaking in.
You're not allowed to have beer, huh?
We're sneaking in.
Of course you are. I
I'm
know.
not
You
beer.
can, I mean, you
Fucking
can't go a
crazy.
weekend without beer. I get that.
Weekend can go an hour.
I don't hate you for it.
All right, well,
Hey, maybe next week I'll have my visor back. We'll see if I fucking find this some bitch.
don't make it a lack of effort. What say you, people?